Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know what it is. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Lil Kenny. We back with another episode of the Over Exaggerated Podcast. You already know what it is. If you're watching on YouTube, you see what we got on today, guys. Look, basketball jerseys, but we're not talking about basketball content just yet because we still got divisional round NFL playoffs to cover, y'all. Crazy enough of how it is that we're already here. Just, what was it, like almost 20 weeks ago? You know what I mean? We started this journey, and now it's almost come to fruition. Just a few more weeks left. We're running into February, guys. I think we got football until March. I might be wrong, but no, they're not starting out that much. We got football until February. There's probably going to be the Pro Bowl. You know, a lot of things to really think about. But before we get into the video, you guys need to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and comment down below what's your favorite basketball team. Obviously, you see I got the Buffs on. I'm rocking the Pistons jersey. Cam, you know what I'm saying? Your friendly neighborhood shooter, the Morant jersey, the throwback. Oh, that's Bibby? I thought you had the Morant.
I wish I had the Morant. Morant was too expensive.
You see, you got the Bibby on, even better. That stands true to the throwback. I technically got the Bade Bunningham on. Hey, shout out to the Jersey plug, man. You know what it is. We rocking this. This one's a nice one. Look, y'all, back to divisional football, though. Don't get caught up. Let me put the real glasses on. Time to get to business. Look, what do we got here, man? Just two. It started off on Saturday. You already know what it was, man. We had the Texans versus Ravens, Packers versus 49ers. And honestly, if you ask me going into this weekend, I thought the closer game probably would have been the Texans and the Ravens. Like, I was really giving CJ a lot of clout going into this. I'm not a believer in the Packers. I'm not a believer in them beating the best team in the league, damn near. I just wasn't really feeling all of that. But when it came down to the end of the weekend, it was actually the Packers who gave the best fight. But, you know, towards the end of that game, it just, Christian McCaffrey, he's unstoppable. You know what I mean? But let's get into this Texans game first. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens pull away in the second half. They left CJ and them scoreless. You know what I mean? They reached the AFC title game. Lamar, Harbaugh, they're finally putting it together for the first time. You know, these guys have been to the playoffs with each other before, but they've just always taken tough losses. But to be taking a bye week and then go in and only have to play the Texans, yeah, that was one of the hottest teams in the league, but I think they got it off a little easy. You know what I mean? The Chiefs had to go out there and battle their rival in the Bills. So I think at the end of the day, showing this game, Lamar kind of showed that, look, I'm ready for this next step, and I might be ready to play in the bowl this year. Before I get into stats, I'll let you go ahead, give your thoughts real quick.
I think this game was actually, I don't want to give up too many of the stats, but Lamar was just crazy. I took a bet for him to have 200 passing yards. He only had 150, but he was able to get another 100 on the ground. Pretty sure he had 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns running, 2 touchdowns passing. It was just the Lamar show in that second half. The first half, game finished tied. Texans had a punt return touchdown that tied the game. Looked like, you feel me, the Ravens were going to fall apart how they have the past few years. I think going into this game, they were 1-4 in playoffs games. Might have been 1-5 in playoffs games. But after they won, they're 2-5 now. So looked like it got scary a little bit there for a second, but Lamar came out in that second half, got those 2 touchdowns, kind of salted CJ's season away. It sucks that I got a stat here. The Texans and the Ravens played twice this season, so in 120 minutes, there was no touchdown scored for the offense at all. Only field goals made, or special teams and defensive touchdown. They got your number. Like that defense was tough on them all night. You said on like the third play of the game, the way the Ravens defense was just out there moving around, it was game over from the start. So, in the first half, Lamar was getting the ball out in 3.51 seconds, and then they adjusted in that second half. He started getting the ball out in 2.52 seconds. And obviously that's when they started to turn away. They stopped letting the pressure get to him. He got sacked 3 times in that first half. So he made the adjustments. The team made the adjustments. They came back out. the defense was still on fire. So it was only a matter of time before the Texans got put away.
No doubt.
I feel like the biggest takeaway from this is the Texans' lack of running game, bro. Like, it's if you can't get no running game, Devin Singletary is all you got, bro. Like, you're not gonna beat nobody in the playoffs, and that's just my thoughts on it, bro. Like, not to shit on Dev, but it's what it is.
Come on, bro. I've been in the lab for 2 years now. Look, he's not lying, though, y'all. When you look at the stats, 9 for 22, 2.4 average, 16 was his longest run. So he damn near got 16 yards and then just got stuffed the whole rest of the game. But Lamar Jackson, obviously it's Lamar, but he went out there, 11 carries, 100 yards, averaged 9.1 per carry, 2 touchdowns as long as it was 23. Even Justice Hill went out there, 13 for 66. Gus Edwards, 10 for 40. I mean, at some point, even Dalvin Cook, what the fuck? They might win the bowl. Did not know when did Dalvin get on the Ravens? Okay, this just got more intense, y'all. But listen, Dalvin Cook even was 8 for 23. Quite literally, more yards than Devin Singletary. So the whole Ravens backfield just rushed for way more yards than Devin Singletary did. I mean, it sucks. You know what I mean? Like you said, just even if you just had another guy to go in there and kind of back up with Devin, and like you could run the 2-back system with all the plethora of receivers that you have, but you know, things just didn't turn out how they were supposed to. CJ Stroud was getting connected with Nico for a little bit, but like nothing that they were used to. You know what I mean? Nico normally hitting that 100-yard mark, or somebody is hitting that 100-yard mark on that Houston's receiving. But CJ, second worst game of the season, I think. 175 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Lamar went out there, though, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. And like I said, 11 carries, 100 yards on the ground with 2. So 4 all-purpose touchdowns from Lamar. Just
He's
a great game.
Lamar Jackson is the only player in playoff history to have a game with 100 yards on the ground, 100 yards in the air, and 2 touchdowns passing and 2 touchdowns rushing. First time we've ever seen it.
Wow. Real life masterclass, y'all. In the flesh. MVP? I don't know, because when I get talking about this next game and CMC, I've been trying to tell y'all all year, don't make that face. A lot of people wanted to put Lamar. Ever since Christmas, everybody's been high on Lamar. That was 1 month ago. How long is the season? About 6 months, damn near? Half a year almost? It's not that. Like, bruh, CMC was pounding that fucking rock all damn year, and then Lamar, Christmas Day, wants to beat us in one game, and then all of a sudden he's the MVP. Okay, y'all? Okay. But y'all need to check the stats. Check your facts, because right here, right now, we got Christian McCaffrey. He also had 2 tutties. 17 carries, 98 yards. I get it. You can say the quarterback had more yards. Hey, that's a good Green Bay defense out there, man. We got a lot more hitters. I could have carried the ball all damn day, but we got George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings out there. We got a Debo play. He won't play the next game, but like I said, though, man, them nail biter out there in San Fran, they barely got away. Packers were up all the way until the 4th, when it just got like they scored 15 points in the 3rd, excuse me. Like, they wanted it. But it was just towards the end of the game. I literally watched the play. Brock Purdy was like, it was I think it was the tight end. He started to motion across, and he, no, stay there. Hike.
Yeah.
Boom. Picked up the block. McCaffrey slid through the hole. Touchdown. End of story. Obviously, the Packers still had another chance, and Jordan Love ended up throwing a pick to end the game. But that happened. That just happened to Baker too. Like, it happens to everybody. You know what I mean? Dak goes through that shit all the time. It's not more than likely that you're gonna throw a pick when it's all on the line, but you know, you get aggressive and you're trying to find your open guys, and then eventually the defense just picks up on it. You know what I mean? Someone's got to win, and it was the Niners.
For the first 3 quarters of the game, and a little bit of the fourth quarter, Brock did not look good at all. It was one of his worst games, not the worst game he's ever played, but one of his worst games. Uh, the Packers defense did everything it possibly could with the task that it was up against. I thought the Cowboys defense was a good matchup for us just because outside of CD, their running game wasn't too hot. Their passing game can get a little bit stagnant if you get Dak pressured back there. So I wasn't scared of the Cowboys, but I knew they were going to have their hands full on defense this game, and they did every single thing they could. The story of this game, sadly, for the Packers fans, is Jordan Love's interceptions are literally the reason why we did not beat that team. And this one feels like it was stolen because for the past, however many, 10, 15 years, I think we've seen the 49ers like 6 times in the playoffs, and it just feels like every single time we play them, bro, we just can't find their number for some reason. And all those years with Aaron Rodgers, it was kind of more like they just had the better team, and we just got our ass whooped. It's like I remember that one year it was like 38-3 or something like that. In the third quarter, it was bad. And you come to this year, we do everything right. Feels like we finally figured it out. We finally got over that hump, and then boom, you watch Brock Purdy put together a miraculous game-winning drive. I was starting to fall for that maybe Brock Purdy isn't built for this shit. And then now I'm sitting here like, it sucks that I'm swallowing that shit against my favorite team because now I'm sitting here like, nah, bro, Brock Purdy, that game-winning drive was real deal. Like, he's been here twice. They got to this spot last year. They got to the NFC Championship game. They could not win it, but like he's proven that he can win games that matter in this league, point blank period. Back against the wall and everything. Didn't play good all night. Came out there, showed that he had a night, and he's not in MVP conversations anymore, thank God. But
wow,
that's what I'm saying. He did everything he could. You just said Christian McCaffrey might have just ran himself into there. I don't know. I feel like it's more Lamar's award to lose, bro. But the only thing I could really take away from this game, bro, I knew the 49ers were going to win that game. Like, in my heart of hearts, I knew. But the Packers are close, bro. Like, that, especially when we lost to the Buccaneers, bro. Y'all can go back to that episode and watch the monologue I gave on that game, bro. Like, I felt like that was the last straw on the camel's back for me, bro. Like, it just felt like that was a game that we should have won. We had all the momentum in the world. There was no reason for us to take that loss, and it just hurt us in the seeding. Then so we come into the playoffs and we beat a team that we had no business really beating, and then we damn near beat another team that we had no business even really being on the field with as far as talent goes. And Jordan Love stepped up. The defense stepped up like a motherfucker. Quay Walker's like an actual leader out there after all the crazy shit he went through last year. He actually like really is a really fucking good linebacker. Like they got it figured out on the DB spot. They always have out there in Green Bay, Russ. They can find a couple good receivers. I'm not saying they got to replace Aaron Jones right now, bro. But you feel me? Get another good running back in there that can kind of take the load off of Aaron Jones back a little bit better than A.J. Dillon can. I really feel like this Packers team can be deep, bro. Like, I really feel like, especially with Jordan Love, and I wasn't expecting that. Like, I was expecting to be 4 or 5 years away from this still. Like maybe Jordan Love ain't the quarterback for it. And now I'm sitting here like, damn. Like, now we gotta get on top of this just so we can hit this window because it's looking like it's bright.
Y'all need name brand receivers. Who
Sure.
the hell is Romeo Doubs? No, he's here to stay. Jaden Reed, Bo Melton, Luke Musgrave.
Like
He's all right.
Wicks.
Wicks didn't catch shit. He got targeted twice, though. And Tucker Kraft, even like Emmanuel Wilson, Christian Watson. Like, look, you got, and that's what I'm saying. If you keep trying to run the Dobbs, Watson, whoever else lineup, you're not going. That's not working, bro. Like, get rid of Christian Watson. He's probably got the most upside as far as being traded. You keep Dobbs because he's better. And I feel like he's definitely getting more open in space than Watson does. Watson is just one of those big Christian Kirk type receivers, bro. Like, and Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave, both of those are guys are your tight ends. Like, figure it out. And Wicks can stay, bro, but don't think he's just about to be this big part of the offense, bro. Like, y'all need to get someone else, bro, out of this draft. Go get Rome.
I like Dontavion, however you say his name.
DT, Wiki,
Hey.
whatever. You got to go, son. But moving on to Sunday, man, even more pandemonium. It just felt like things were getting stirred up all weekend, man. And this time we had the Lions versus the Buccaneers and then the Chiefs versus the Bills. But the Lions and the Buccaneers, man, I think going into that game, I had my money on Detroit no matter what, but I didn't think Baker would have actually played as well as he did. I thought, going off of the win he had last week against the Eagles, you kind of just come back and fucking, lose. And if it maybe wasn't for a few drops from Mike Evans, like, we could be talking about a whole different game, guys. Like, it was, 349 yards for Baker, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, like, typical Baker game, you feel me? Rashad didn't do nothing too crazy, 9 for 55, but Mike Evans was 8 for 147. He had 12 targets, though. Like, catching even 3 more of those balls adds at least 50 yards to the fucking rack. Like, could be looking at a whole different score. It was 31-23. Goff and them ended up getting it done. They said Laporta wasn't going to play, but he ended up playing. Jameer had a touchdown. Amon St. Brown had a touchdown. Like, this team and their hitters find a way to do the damn thing every week, I feel like. Whether it's, even if it's J-Mo, you know what I mean? Montgomery doing what he needs to do, getting down dirty in there, taking some carries off of Jameer so he can just break it big. I mean, Dan Campbell, you were on Hard Knocks 2 years ago, and now look where you are. It's exciting to see Detroit where they are. Last home game of the season. They showed their fucking ass out there in Ford Field that night, bruh. It's the first time in I don't know how long. I forget the exact year. But 32. Even the defense.
I think it's the first time in 32 years also since they've been to the NFC Chip. And it's the first time they ever had 2 home games in the playoffs.
History in the making, y'all. Wish I could have been there, but I was 500 too short just to get in the dough.
Man,
but
the Bucs, credit to them, bro. They played all great. They played great all playoffs, played great all night. I'm not necessarily the biggest Buccaneers fan. I haven't liked them since Tom Brady went out there, and I don't like them with Baker Mayfield, I'll be honest. But I got to respect them. Great coaching staff out there. Every single year in, year out, they find a way to be in that playoff hunt. Talked about it last show. Looked like the Falcons and the Saints had it in the bag. Buccaneers came creeping up, won a playoff game. Man, Baker Mayfield, 2 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter. Do that third one, brought his team back to within 1 score and had one last chance to do it, bro. Heartbreak. And that's there's nothing against Baker. He got here. I don't want to take my take a lap on Baker. I told you guys Baker was ass. But
just because Lamar's going to not Lamar, just because Odell's going to the next round?
No, bro. It's more so. It's more so because of how bad the division was. It's like, okay.
Panthers.
The Buccaneers won last game. The Buccaneers won a crazy game last game. I'm not going to take it away from them, but it was just like, all right, bro. Like, if they beat the Lions, I really will have to give them their clout. I can't lie. It was right there. They almost did it, but the Jared Goff tour continues. The Jared Goff revenge tour. Excuse me. Feel me?
Wow.
My boy Gibbs had 70 rushing yards and 40 receiving and a touchdown. We bet on him. We needed all that, but the bet didn't hit. But we needed all that. My boy came through. Detroit is back. This can't be a fluke season. You can't let this be a 1 year. Niggas can only wear their buffs to the stadium for this year. Now we pulling up next year, taking bad losses. Like, it can't be that. You gotta really keep this running game you got. Keep David Montgomery on the come up. Keep my boy Jahmyr Gibbs. He's obviously a rookie, so you're going to have him around for a minute. But Jared Goff has to keep playing at this level. You got to keep all these receivers happy, Laporta happy, get everybody that touches. Don't let none of this fall apart. And that defense especially, really, that's the most important part.
Gardner Johnson.
Don't get me wrong, but I'm a Packer fan through and through, bro. Like, I don't – it's honestly fuck these niggas and their success, bro. Like, I'm not happy for the Lions. I really think them blowing the streak sucks. I'll be honest with you, bro. I wish it would have been 33 years of never making the playoffs and getting a playoff win. But you don't always get what you want, bro. And sometimes, bro, all good things must come to an end. And Sunday, a good thing came to an end, and that was the fact that the Lions got to the NFC Conference Championship game again. They got one more game to go to a place where I don't think a lot of Lions fans our age thought they would ever see the Detroit Lions logo be, let alone have a chance to win that trophy and bring it home to the D. Like, that's right up there, bro. That's 45 minutes away from where we at, bro. Like, we could drive over there, bro. That's crazy. So, I'm not secretly rooting for them. I really hope they lose on some Packers shit. Like, I really do. But if the Lions go to the bowl for the first time in my lifetime and I see that logo there, I'm not going to be mad. I'm going to be sitting there, you know what? Go ahead, Lions. I doubted y'all all year. I probably deserve it. They might be on their way to the bowl to go try to face Lamar. It might be that. But they got a tough-ass matchup in them 49ers, but we're going to get into all that. But
man,
good-ass season for the Lions so far, dog. And obviously, them 2 home playoff games, the stadium was lit. They're back. Detroit's back because it's over. They're going to charge $235 every single game just to go watch them niggas play the New York Giants at 1 o'clock. It's going to be bad, bro. But they back. They made it. It's the point they was trying to get to. I forgot they was on Hard Knocks.
Come on, man.
Crazy, bro.
Man, you talking all that mess. I'm sick. Y'all lucky y'all didn't win. Because had we seen y'all one more time, that would have just tipped the iceberg on our season. Seeing y'all for the 3rd time in a year, and then beating y'all when it really matters, y'all lucky. Because next year we getting one. And if we don't need to, apparently. We don't even need to get one against y'all. Because we're going to be where we need to be regardless.
You lucky Aaron didn't say you own y'all.
He don't.
He does.
So Chicago. That's enough about Detroit. Got to put my regular glasses back on. Look. Telling y'all, though. Don't sleep on these Lions, especially going up against the next team. We got to talk about the Chiefs. Was it ever a doubt about them winning?
Shouldn't have been.
Do we really think that they were going to lose to the Bills, guys?
Shouldn't have. But we did. We even bet money on it, y'all. Money.
Looking back on it, I don't know if it was just the fact that nerves got in the way. Like, you can say that Josh Allen, it's not his fault. The kicker missed that kick. Blah, blah, blah. But, like, bro, score. Don't let it go there. Like, there's a curse already that apparently the ball drags that way in the stadium. Like they said it earlier in the game. He probably didn't catch that because, there's just the wind here in Buffalo. It just pulls a little bit towards to the right. It's that right corner of that end zone, man. That part of the stadium. Look, superstitions. They were paying guys $20 an hour, Cam, to shovel. People were saying they were out there for 13 hours shoveling one night. Just to go in there and get done up again and again and again. Stefan Diggs only had 21 yards, 8 targets. Khalil Shakir, y'all know the stat. He's had more receiving yards than Stefan Diggs has in the past 10 games. 10, not 5, not 2. 10, bruh. This is going to be a real hard fallout. They got Pacheco in interviews talking about he looks like he bites the ground when he's running. So hard he was running on y'all, bruh. His shoulders were cutting up. Travis Kelce, 5 receptions, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. No one else. Even Val Scantling, 2 receptions, 62 yards. Come on, y'all. It wasn't nothing crazy to write home about, but they got the job done. And I get it. We were right there at the end. James Cook, Josh Allen himself was cutting up. 12 yards, 72, or my bad, 12 carries, 72 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He cut up on that one, bruh. Y'all got a new coordinator. And at the end of the day, we put our hands in Tyler Bass. I'd rather just lose on a 4th down play, bruh. You can say about the kick and blah, 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 but man, he shanked the fuck out of that. Last thing I'm going to say.
Never thought after a Bills loss, I'd be saying I wish Gabe Davis played.
Come on,
That's
bro.
a funny way to start that off. But, man, going into this game, the Bills were missing Gabe Davis. The Bills were missing Matt Milano, which was by far the biggest miss on the field that they did not have for this game, especially going up against Travis Kelce. They had A.J. Klein out there, who not only got destroyed by Travis Kelce on damn near every single route that Travis Kelce ran against him, but he could not keep up with Pacheco in that running game and filling gaps. The Chiefs' offensive line was just way too experienced and way too good in that situation for him. And he got caught up in the fray a lot, and if allowed Pacheco to go off for them crazy yards and get into space, and that's just the kind of runner he is. He's already a tough runner. So you got to get them linebackers down in them gaps and shit, bro. A.J. Klein was just not – he did not play up to par in Matt Milano's spot. So I knew going into the game it was going to be Travis Kelce fest down there, and I felt like it came down to the Bills' offense keeping up with the Chiefs' offense, which I feel like they really did. I feel like the Bills' defense even did the best they could to contain the best offense in the league. The one thing I would be upset at is you don't blitz Pat Mahomes. Like, it's stupid. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to call an audible, and he's going to dink and dunk the blitz up the field. Like, he's going to take a free first down on them because it's just not smart unless you're disguising it out of a zone or you're acting like you're going to blitz 6 and then you actually only blitz 5. Like, something silly like that, a corner blitz, but you don't just bring 2 linebackers up the middle. And they did that a few times, bro, where Pat Mahomes, the linebackers run up and all of make my audible boom, Travis Kelce over the middle. Happened like 3 different times, bro, and extended the drive for a field or a touchdown. And it's like, bro, the Chiefs are too good in certain situations, bro. Like, all Pat Mahomes needs is a few inches of space with Travis Kelce, and he's going to dink that ball in there, and he's going to fit it in. Travis Kelce is going to catch. He's a Hall of Fame tight end. He's going to catch that ball. And that's all they had to go in there and do, bro, is keep Pacheco on schedule, keep Travis Kelce on pace. We're going to have a chance to score every single drive, and that's what they did. On 5 of the 6 first drives in the first half, they put up points. The only drive they didn't put up points is when they kneeled it out in your stadium. You played hard to get to this spot. This is the team that came in and ended your season 3 out of the last 4 seasons.
Yep.
Sean McDermott. Andy Reid has, actually outcoached you in this type of game. After the game, he said, I love playing Sean's teams. It always comes down to the end. And it's not just in the playoffs. Like, in the playoffs, you guys just keep losing to them. But in the regular season, you guys have won the last, 3 matchups.
Come on, coach.
My boy that I listened to on the Locked On Bills podcast said something that I thought hit really hard. I'd never heard it before until he said it. He said, a player who was played way back in the day, I forget the player he said. He said that player said after a playoff loss, when you lose in the playoffs, that is the game where all your problems from the season come out. And it's shown. You can see everything. You can see all the problems that haunted you the whole season all come out in your playoff loss most of the time. Most times you can see whatever haunted you the whole season. The Bills did not have a D-line this whole season. If you don't have a defensive line that can generate some type of just pressure and win one-on-one situations against Pat Mahomes, guess what? He's going to sit back there. He's going to have time all night, and he's going to tear you the fuck apart. It's Patrick Mahomes. It's literally his name. He's NIL for it now. The Bills did not have it. With Gabe Davis and without Gabe Davis, this whole season, the Bills did not have a downfield passing attack. They only had an intermediate and a short field passing attack. They can get the dink and dunk to Dalton Kincaid. They can get Sherfield and Khalil Shakir over the middle and on them outside routes. Every single time they tried to throw the deep shot, for some reason this season, dog, it has been terrible. It has been fucking terrible. Like I could go on a whole 15-minute rant and keep going right now, bro, but I'm just keep it short. Embarrassing. That's the word, bro. Everybody watching, everybody knows the meme of you standing on the sideline and looking at the Chiefs celebrate and blah, 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 blah. Like, bro, it has been 3 years straight, dog. Like, you had the deep shot in your hands to put the game away or keep your season alive right through your hands. You had other opportunities earlier in the game. Miscommunications with the quarterback has been all season. Halfway through the season, I'm sitting there getting mad at you because all you do every single time Josh makes a mistake is go to the fucking sideline and look pissed off. And, like, I understand it, bro. But at the same time, dog, that shit comes back to bite you, dog. And you're sitting there 11-6, home field advantage against the same team that just knocked you off. And it feels like this season literally was a failure again. That's just crazy to me that you guys keep somehow getting to this point. It's over, but like I really feel like, dog, at this point, as far as bringing this team back the way it's built right now with Sean McDermott and Stefan Diggs and Josh Allen as the face of it, you can't. A change has to be made, whether it's Stefan Diggs leaving, whether it's Sean McDermott getting fired or getting moved down to defensive coordinator, because I seen a report of him which I think is stupid. Like, if you're going to move me down to coordinator, I'm just out of here. Like, I'm not about to. Would you stay at your job if they just hit you with it? Yeah, we going to move you down, bro. The hell no. I'm out of here. Fuck I look like.
Listen, you're not good with the players, but you're good with the plays.
No,
so we just going to let you call the plays.
No, bro. Like, I'm out, bro. I'd rather go be good with the plays in Philly or something, bro. Like, I'm not about to sit here and call plays for y'all. Like, I'm cool, bro. If y'all don't want to pay me to be that
Bills
coach.
Mafia.
Because then what are we going to do next year when we start losing or we give up a touchdown? We're just not going to blame me now? Oh, he's the D coordinator now. It's not his fault. Come on.
Look, you in the box. You're not on the ground no more. You in the box, bro. It's a lot less cameras on you, McDermott. A lot of people thrive when they got less pressure on them.
The crazy thing is,
Bill O'Brien.
The way I got introduced to Josh Allen was you said he was going to win MVP. And I'll be honest, before that moment in 2020, or 2020, whatever year it was, I had never really watched Josh Allen play until the 13 seconds game. I never seen Josh Allen really, really play football until the 13 seconds. That was the best fucking game I've ever really seen a quarterback play. Not only he ran the ball, which he did in this game too. They were designed runs for Josh that they didn't do all season, that they pulled out today. I was sitting there like, wow, bro, this is what I fell in love with from Josh in that first 13 seconds game. He ran the ball. He kept it on schedule. He hit some few deep shots. The plays broke down. He was still making plays. Like, that was Josh Allen that I seen that made me fall in love. In that first game, I remember wanting Patrick Mahomes to win. Like, I was sitting there like, no way. Even when 13 seconds was on the clock, in my heart of hearts, I knew Patrick Mahomes is about to go get this field goal, go to overtime, and win this game. And they fucking did it. It was crazy. And, like, I was sitting here watching this game actually laughing at myself. Like, wow, I'm truly sitting here wanting Patrick Mahomes to mess up and not win this game. And I know that's not going to happen. Like, I found myself on that side of the line somehow cheering for this bitch-ass motherfucker Josh. He couldn't get it done. And, like, now I'm sitting here like everything that everybody said is true. There's one lesson I learned this year, bro, is don't believe in nobody, bro. Don't.
Nobody?
As much as that. Don't believe. Soul. Don't believe because there's nothing you can do when they don't believe in themselves, bro. And you don't know when that moment's coming. Like, Josh Allen played like he believed in himself in that 13 seconds game. And it's like ever since that 13 seconds game, he just hasn't really played like that Josh Allen, bro. Like, from that whole season. whole season, he had like 4,500 passing yards that year. Way less interception. Like, he was fucking crazy. I think the window is, if not shut all the way, we're damn near there, dog. Like, the window is barely open, if it is at all. New coordinator. We could be getting a new coach. Josh Allen just got his money, so he's here for a while, obviously. We're building around him. We got to get some receivers in here. The future is, I don't know, like, if it's crazy. Like, it almost is the Ohio State of football. Like, I don't know, but the Ohio State of the NFL, I'm sorry. It almost is. Like, it feels like they had a really good fucking season. They had a really good past, like, 5 years, but it feels like the biggest failure of the past 5 years ever for an organization somehow, just because of the opportunities that they didn't take advantage of. And it's like, man, bro, Buffalo, y'all know I got love for the Bills, bro. I know Cordero. I rock with your Bengals. I know you was rooting for me and pulling for me, bro. I was pulling for me too, dog. And I put the money behind it still, dog. Like, I knew Pat Mahomes was going to be a tough matchup, but I still believed, y'all. I still put like 25 on the line. Like, fuck it.
On the line?
Bills, man. My Bills. Thank God.
Hell no. My Bills, man. Now, gone. Chief Nation, baby. We here. No, I'm just playing. Look, man. No, they got to take out Lamar. Well, I don't know. We don't know, man. I can't see a Chiefs-Niners Super Bowl again. Brock Purdy need to take that motherfucker, though. It's now or never for the Niners, guys. They've just got Chase Young. They made a few other arrangements as far as signing people. Everybody still wants to point towards the Ravens. Dalvin Cook, Roquan, Odell, Pat Queen, Marlon Humphrey. I get it. Names. Guys that probably deserve a ring. What about Fred Warner? Hargrave, Kinlaw, Jimmy Ward, damn it. That's just a defense. Not to mention Ray, Jawan Jennings, Debo, the irrelevant man, and Brock Purdy, CMC machine. Bruh. Ayuk, George Kittle, Shanahan.
Shanahan.
Come on, man. Y'all want to give it to the Harbaugh brothers. His brother won a college championship, and he wins the other. No, fuck that. Don't give him a Super Bowl. And as far as Harbaugh coming to L.A., Chargers, LJ, if you made it this far, fuck him. Y'all ain't nothing.
Like, it truly feels like my boy Pat has gotten to that level where you can't bet against him, bro. Like, not even the figurative, not even the literal sense. Like, in the actual figurative sense, you cannot bet against him not getting to this point. Last 6 seasons, he's never not been to this point. And this was the first time he did it, actually playing away games on the way there. And it's like, I just went on the whole Bills rant, bro. Don't get me wrong, bro. Like, all credit to the Bills, dog. Like, they came into another opposing stadium, cold as shit. I'm sorry, they had the Dolphins at home. But they came into the Bills stadium, first time ever on the road in the playoffs, cold as shit for Pat Mahomes. Wheeling and dealing, like he always does. Like, he's played in this stadium 100 times like it was his, like he was comfortable. Because if the crowd was cheering for him the whole time. And it's like, bro, the experience that he has on the stage, like, but he lost to Brady twice on that stage, young, bro. Like, he's been there dealing with those nerves in his second season, dog. He's probably to the point, bro, where this is just work for him at this point, bro. Making it to this point in the playoffs. It's like, I'm not even trying to make it sound like, oh, Pat Mahomes is just this big bad legend, but like, at this point, dog, he truly does have something else that these other quarterbacks don't have, and it's truly when the play is out of structure, he is so calm, so under control, and he just finds a way to get that ball to his playmakers in the biggest moments of the game every single fucking week. And everybody's critique of the Chiefs this season was they need real pass catchers. They have no weapons. Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce can't do it by themselves, and look where they're at. Same spot. At some point, bro, I'm not trying to put Pat Mahomes up there with Joe Montana and Tom Brady because they've been doing that since he fucking came into the league. But I'm not trying to be another one of those people. But it truly is crazy how good this dude plays, game in, game out, every week. He might give you a dud here and there in the regular season, bro. But when it comes to the playoffs, when it comes to them last 4 or 5 Sundays in the NFL season, dog, this motherfucker turns it on every single trip. It don't matter what stadium he's in. It don't matter what the day is, what the temperature outside is. I'm coming to get this playoff dub today. When we grow up and we tell our kids about that time when Pat Mahomes was running the league up with the Chiefs and Travis Kelce with Taylor Swift in the fucking press conference or press box, it's going to be real funny to look back on and just remember, damn, Pat Mahomes was giving us some of the best football that we probably ever seen and might ever see, to be honest. Not even trying to talk about all that right now. But just flat out, best, straight up credit to them. I feel like a lot of people aren't thinking that. I feel like the Chiefs are damn near the least favorite to win the Super Bowl somehow now. A lot of people are putting the Lions there. A lot of people are putting the Ravens there. A lot of people are putting the 49ers there. It's a lot of people are forgetting the Chiefs are the defending Super Bowl champions. The Chiefs have been here more times than any other teams y'all are talking about. And Andy Reid's done this shit. He's trying to do this shit again. He's trying to chase Bill at this point, bro. Bill just went out.
Wow.
I am big dog, if you ask me. But I'm the motherfucker people are chasing in Madden, bro. Bill's not even in the game. I'm trying to be remembered as the GOAT, bro. I got my quarterback right now. That's what I'm saying, bro. I got my quarterback right now. This is it. I own Sean McDermott. We own the Bills. Now let's come in here, ruin Lamar's season, crush the Ravens fans' hearts, and let's go get this next Super Bowl against Kyle Shanahan again, bro.
We haven't seen a back-to-back since the Dolphins. And y'all want to see a rematch of the first game of the season between the Chiefs and the Lions?
I want to see a rematch of the first Pat Mahomes Super Bowl ring.
Wow.
The comeback game where Jimmy Garoppolo blew it. See if Brock Purdy can get it back.
Big Brock. Look, man. Tease some basketball content, but we're not about to get into it today, y'all. I'm sorry. Joel Embiid did have 70 points, though.
Sheesh.
Big Cat with 60-something after that. Look, same night. Don't worry. Stay tuned. It's coming along, man. But Masterclass of the Week is coming up next. I think we said it earlier. Lamar, just because of the efficiency in the first time. Read the stat off one more time.
First quarterback to have 100 rushing yards, 100 passing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 2 passing touchdowns in a playoff game.
Don't get much better than that. First player ever, guys. NFL's been around for a long time. Mike Evans, I wanted to give it to you at first, but you dropped 4 of them things, bruh. Could have had 200 yards. Ended up with 147. I get it. Dope game. Could have gave it to CMC. Game-winning touchdown against them Packers. Sent them cheeseheads back home. But we got to give it to Lamar Jackson, in my opinion. There wasn't really no disaster classes this week, except for if you want to count the Bills and Stefan Diggs. 3 for 21. 8 targets. He dropped 5 of them things. One of them would have secured the dub, or at least put us a lot closer. That's it, man. Don't forget, comment down below what your favorite NBA team is. Like, subscribe. We're going to be back next week, man. Let's see if the music works this time. We're about to march it out. Hey! You already know what it is, man. It's been a minute. We ain't heard them drums banging in a second. Time to turn up, man. Gotta put this bus back on. Hey. You already know what it is. What I tell y'all, bro? Hey, come here, man. You feel me? We do this shit. Detroit, we ain't have many games. Detroit ain't winning many games this year, y'all, but y'all Y'all just got to hold on. We got to trade for Zach LaVine. We got to go out next year, and we got to get this shit rolling, man. For real. And as far as my Buckeyes, you already know this. We got the Jacksons with the jersey back there. Gonna be doing it big. Hey, peace.